We keep saying President Trump will make his trade announcement, the deal with the UK, shortly. Pennsylvania Congressman Dan Meuser joins me now. Congressman, if it is just going to be a framework that's announced today, but is that still a win for the president?
Hi, Stuart. Well, look, we're going to be seeing many wins when it comes to trade deals. The whole world, of course, wants to do business with the United States. They want to sell to us, and certainly our products are very well received in their country. So, look, the UK has been a longstanding partner. Many are in discussions with our trade representatives. And so, sure, it's a very positive development, and it should help inform all of those manufacturers out there, many of them that are calling me, frankly, that these trade deals are going to get done. The president is managing it properly. We're not going to be taken advantage of, as you could even see from the UK. I mean, they've had 10%, 25% tariffs on us for the last 35 years, and we've done nothing about it. Now we're doing something about it.
This should help the president politically when it comes to getting through the big, beautiful bill. I mean, if he's got this momentum from trade and the positivity of trade, won't that help him with getting through this comprehensive tax deal?
Yes, the overall plan, the so-called America First plan, reducing taxes and maintaining taxes where they are, deregulation, regulatory reform, pro-energy, bringing our energy costs down, dealing with the spending problems that our country has, which are enormous. All of this strengthens our economy, strengthens our national security, and will continue investments in the good old USA. Don't bet against it. Don't bet against America is the mantra, and that's what the president's going to prove.
There is some disagreement between your colleagues on what should and should not be in this big, beautiful bill. So let me just go through it, and I'll rapid fire. Raising the state and local tax deduction, SALT. You in favor of raising that deduction?
Moderately, yes, somewhat, and it will be raised somewhat, not excessively, but moderately, yes.
Okay.
It should not be a tax relief for the wealthy. It should be something that's fair across the board.
No tax on tips?
Absolutely.
Okay. No tax on overtime?
Done in a managed way, however. There's got to be caps, there's got to be limits. It depends on whose tips are being received.
Okay.
No tax on overtime. That's being reviewed again, but it needs to be done in a managed way, in an incremental manner that helps our economy, doesn't give us some unintended surprises.
No tax on Social Security benefits. That's a big one.
That's a big one. And yes, the president's committed to it, and we will see what happens. My understanding, however, there are some parliamentary procedures that take place in reconciliation that may not allow us to do the Social Security, and I'm not speaking for the White House, in reconciliation. But if we can't do it now, we will do it afterwards in a separate bill. But yes, I'm for it.
Now, all of those are tax cuts that we've been talking about. They've got to be paid for with spending cuts. Can you, sir, point to a single cut that you would make, that you are ready to make right now?
Yeah. Stuart, they're endless, A to Z. Listen, since 2019, our revenues in the United States have gone up significantly, 40% increase in U.S. federal revenues over the last 6 years, since 2019. The problem is that spending has gone up 53%. That 12% has added an additional $1 trillion, $1.1 trillion, $1.2 trillion to our debt. And there's no reason at all that we cannot reduce by that level. All that's being asked, the only thing that's under the dispute right now is whether we have $150 billion in reduction for the next 10 years, adding up to $1.5 trillion over 10 years, or if we do $200 billion, which that letter stated with the 32 members. And by all means, when we're spending this much and we're running these sort of deficits, nearly $2 trillion in deficits, we should be able to reduce our deficit by $200 billion a year, i.e. hitting the $2 trillion for the 10-year period. It's very, very doable.
This is a financial program. This is a financial program primarily. Of course, we dabble in politics all the time, but we are a financial program. And I got to tell you, sir, Congress, Wall Street, really wants these tax cuts to go through. They're really dependent on it. Can you tell us, in your opinion, we're going to get all of this?
We are. We absolutely are. The Tax Cut and Jobs Act provisions will get through. The R&D tax credit, the bonus depreciation, the carried interest, the 199A for small business, it's going to get done. And that doesn't really affect the deficit because they're largely already in place. Bonus depreciation, some of them are expiring, but they need to be reinstituted. So all will happen if we must get it done. And Republicans need to stick together. And you know what? Democrats should be getting on board with this too, or else they're going to be hitting the Americans' family and American businesses with a $4 trillion tax increase.
Don't want
That's bad news.
Congressman Dan Meuser, thanks for joining us, sir. Always appreciated. We'll see you again soon.
Thanks, Stuart. You too.
Now, yesterday, that would have been when